What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are Traditional Fans with Opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. The Wire Magician, Episode 4. So in this one, uh, Rio passes a beginner's class for adventuring, so he then goes to the first floor of Loon Dungeon. And Eamon goes with Rio, and basically so Rio helps him, Eamon, Nils, and Ido out with all that. And so and basically Rio's three roommates are surprised that he's friends with Abel. Then when Rahia, come across Rio, then Rio and Eamon return to the dungeon, and it's revealed that Eamon's sword style is called the Hum style, which is the same as Abel's, or at least it's based off of Abel's style. So then Rio starts researching alchemy at the library. Then an eclipse traps Rio in this alternate dimension. And Rio's attacked by an Akuma named Leonor. So Rio fights off the villain. And so Leonor, who enjoyed the fight, says that she'll see Rio again. Then Rio sees his roommates bullied by older adventurers led by this dude named Dan. Then Rio beats all of them up. So Rio decides he wants to learn more about all the Akuma, like Cloister and Leonor. To prepare for what's ahead, figure out what their plans are. So yeah, I really like this episode. Looking forward to the next one. Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 15. So in this one, um, Senku's group finds rubber near the Panama Canal. They use the old mobile lab as a decoy to lure Stan and Lei while they're getting the rubber. Then they put together their bikes. And Zeno's used as a human shield while they're riding away from Stanley, and then they use a smokescreen. But Stanley's able to injure Tsukasa and Hyoga. And a plane pursues the group, but the engine fails. So it's revealed that Senku sabotaged the plane's engine when he adds sugar water to the fuel tank. So that disables Stanley's forces temporarily. So then, Senku's group begins their journey through South America to find the Amazon. So yeah, I really liked this episode. The science stuff was cool, how they make the bikes and all that. All the science stuff. And how they made the rubber, how they got the rubber. That was really cool. So yeah, I really liked this episode. Looking forward to the next one. South Park, Season 27, Episode 1. So in this one, yeah, so first episode in years, so Bartman's pissed that NPR is canceled because he liked making fun of it. And so basically, South Park's gone through a bunch of changes since, the since administration changed, which everyone assumes is Garrison back in office. So PC principal, instead of calling being politically correct principal, he's now Howard Christian principal. So Jesus starts hanging around South Park Elementary. Yeah. So the citizens are pissed off about Jesus being forced in schools, on public schools, and all the other stuff, bunch of other stuff. So assuming it's Garrison, they basically all the men form an angry mob, and they confront all the parents form an angry mob and confront Garrison. Now it's real that Mr. Garrison's not in the White House, that he's not the president. Donald Trump is the president, and basically Donald Trump's revealed to act very similar to Saddam Hussein in his South Park appearances. Like, even where Trump is screwing Satan. I guess Trump in this episode is, in the context of this episode, is like, has some insecurity about, like, basically this episode, there's a lot of jokes about South Park version of Trump having a small dick. And how, like, yeah, so that's a recurring gag. Then Cartman's sad because since woke is dead, which is not dead, basically means other people are allowed to be offensive when he was happy when he was the only one who was offensive, so he doesn't feel special anymore. So yeah. So all the citizens in South Park called Trump and complained to him about stuff. Trump then sues him. Like for things like $5 billion, and they all stage a protest. Response to the suit, then Jesus appears and tells him to eat like the bread, take communion, all that, and calm down. Basically, just do what Trump says, or else they'll be sued in the silence and basically pay a bunch of money, or else they'll get canceled, just like Stephen Colbert. And while this is going on, Cartman's trying to kill himself in butters with carbon monoxide because he's sad about not being the only offensive person in the world. Now, the plan doesn't work because the car that Butter's parents have is electric, so there's no carbon emissions. Now, Gerald Blavatsky he'll get a settlement with Trump, so they only have to pay, I think it's like $3.3 million instead of $5 billion. But South Park also has to make PSA ads in support of Trump. So this episode ends with an AI ad promoting Trump, film of Trump walking naked through a desert. Basically, just ends with making a joke about his dick being small. It's in the context of the episode. Don't know about in real life, and I kind of don't care. Like, overall, I really like this episode. I thought this was great. It's definite return to form of South Park. Like, holy frick, they just went hard. Obviously, with the contract disputes, with the Colbert stuff, with everything with Trump, whether you support, where you agree with him, where you disagree with him. I'm not here to say what my opinions about Trump are. I'm not here to say where I agree with everything, where I agree with some of the stuff he does, where I don't agree. I'm not here, and I'm not going to ask what y'all's opinions are. What I'll say is this: this was a really good episode. This was great. Like South Park just came back with a vengeance. In fact, it was right after that deal was made, or after Colbert got fired, after the settlement was done, we get this episode. Oh man, like Trey Parker, Matt Stone have some balls, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this season goes. So yeah, I really like this episode. That was fantastic, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
And that's it. Did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. And look forward to the next video.